a city united in grief. Let us take the next step to be a city united in action.
Powerful words from Minneapolis Mayor Jacob Frey after the first week of the new school year was marred by that horrific shooting there. Police say a suspect opened fire on a mass full of Catholic school students, killing 2 of them and wounding 17 other people, many children, on Wednesday. And again, we have team coverage for you of this incident this afternoon. 10 TV News reporter Carla Rogner is live from Minneapolis, where reaction continues to pour in as a Minnesota community mourns the loss of those 2 young children and the pain of the survivors. And 10 TV News reporter Kristen McFarland is here at home outside of St. Joseph's Cathedral, where there is a mass being offered in honor of those affected in Minnesota. This afternoon, we're learning that police are investigating this mass shooting as an act of domestic terrorism and a hate crime. We are certainly glad that you are joining us. We'll walk you through this today on 10 TV News at noon. I'm Tracy Townsend. So first, let's take you to Minneapolis at the site of the scene, and that is where we find 10 TV News reporter Carla. Carla, you've been there since yesterday. Tell us more about what you have been seeing in terms of folks and their reactions.
Yeah, Tracy, well, it's been a really emotional day here outside of Annunciation. Ever since the sun came up, more and more people have been coming to the church, bringing flowers, bringing teddy bears. You can see there's quite a big crowd out here now. There's actually some therapy dogs out here. A lot of kids have been coming by with their parents, too, because they're not in school today. A lot of them very upset as they're coming here. We actually just heard from the doctors at the hospital where many of those patients were taken yesterday with an update on them. We're hearing now that there are 2 patients still in serious condition. That's 1 child and 1 adult. And there's still 1 child in the hospital this morning with critical injuries. 2 children were killed in the church yesterday, an 8-year-old and a 10-year-old. 17 people were also injured in the shooting, including 14 children and 3 people in their 80s. Police say the shooter was armed with a rifle, shotgun, and pistol and shot dozens of rounds through the windows toward the children sitting in the pews. Police say the suspect, 23-year-old Robin Westman, took their own life after the shooting. We've learned the shooter is a graduate of Annunciation. The Minneapolis police chief says Westman had purchased the guns used in the shooting legally and recently. In that press conference a few minutes ago, doctors at Hennepin Healthcare said the swift action from the teachers, the students, and the emergency responders saved lives.
There's a lot of maybe unrecognized heroes in this event, along with the children that were protecting other children, which is really amazing to hear about. I might be saying too much, but we had 1 kid that covered up another kid and took a shotgun blast to his back and things like that, and they were helping each other out. So the teachers were amazing. The teachers were, getting shot at. They were protecting the kids. They took all the kids outside to the area of safety, witnessed all this happen. The teachers were amazing.
Yeah, the doctor said that there are still 9 patients in the hospital this morning, but they say that all of those patients are expected to survive. Now, this was supposed to be the 4th day of school for students at Annunciation. Obviously, school is closed today, and for the rest of the week, much different week than everyone here was expecting. Lots of shock and sorrow out here. Reporting live in Minneapolis, Carla Rogner, 10 TV News.
Certainly so understandable. Carla, thank you for that. Of course, all of this is impacting people here at home in Central Ohio. 10 TV News reporter Kristen McFarland is outside of the St. Joseph Cathedral, downtown Columbus, where there is a mass in honor of the victims. Kristen, tell us more about that.
Tracy, it's a day filled with deep and heavy emotions. As you mentioned, people across the country are mourning the lives lost. And here in Columbus, that mass just started a few minutes ago at St. Joseph Cathedral. And you can really just feel the heavy emotions in the air as people walk in to honor and remember those lives lost. Now, we know today that Father Jan Sullivan is wearing purple to represent mourning and penance. That'll be part of the message today. We are going to head in to listen in on that message and bring you the latest. Tracy.
Kristen, thank you so much. Also this afternoon, we're hearing from a 9-year-old girl and her younger sister who were both in church when the shots rang out. 9-year-old June Holine was sitting in the back of the church with her teacher and classmates when the shooting started. She says her teacher pulled her down and held her hand tightly as the class ran for safety.
My teacher just jumped on the floor and she kind of like motioned like for me to get down. And so then me and my buddy just followed her, and then she kind of grabbed my hand a little bit.
June and her sister were not hurt, but their dad says the fear of not knowing if they were safe was the worst feeling of his life.
It's very surreal. It's hard to believe that it was, that we're in reality right now. The feeling that I had searching was easily the worst feeling I've ever felt. I just needed to find you. It felt so much relief when I did.
Kind of rare.
Well, June says she knows it's okay to be scared, but also says it's rare for something like this to happen. The family is now focusing on healing together. Remember, for all of the latest breaking news, weather updates, right to your phone, you can download our free 10 TV app and you will get those updates.